Hey, friend. Today I want to talk about something that runs underneath every single thing we've talked about on this show, your thoughts. The thoughts you think matter, and I want to be clear. The first thought you have is not a big deal. That thought just shows up uninvited. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the thoughts that you allow to build a nest on your head and live there. The ones you allow yourself to ruminate on, the things you meditate on, whether you realize you're meditating on it or not. Those thoughts determine how you feel, and your feelings determine how you act, and your actions lead to your results, and your results become your habits. So people just want to change their behavior, like they want to eat differently, move more, sleep better, but your thoughts are what is actually running the whole show underneath all of it. And most of us, we don't pause long enough to think about what we're thinking about. We are running like crazy around doing all the things for all the people, neglecting ourselves. And we for sure are not stopping to think about what we're thinking about. And the Bible says to take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. Every thought lined up with the truth spoken by Christ, the truth lived by Christ, the wisdom that comes from being found in Him. And if we don't spend time thinking about what we're thinking about, we will find ourselves in a place that we don't want to be. So if you want to change the way you feel, here's where you start. You arrest your thoughts. You take them captive. So if you're feeling sad or depressed or anxious, take a pause. Capture the thoughts you're actually thinking. Take a minute and write down the most predominant thoughts swirling around in your head and your heart right now. The Bible also instructs us on what we're supposed to be thinking about. Whatever is pure and lovely and admirable, whatever is trustworthy and praiseworthy, whatever is true and noble and right, think on these things. So are your thoughts that you just wrote down in alignment with those things? Are they hope-filled? Are they faith-filled? Do they sound like thoughts that come from a good father who has great plans for his kids? And if not, you can choose to change them and bring them into alignment with Christ. And there's actually a specific type of behavioral or therapy called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, and it's built entirely around this same truth. It uses something called the cognitive triangle: thoughts, feelings, behavior, and how they're all connected in a continuous loop, each one influencing the others. Change your thought, you change your feeling. Change the feeling, you change the behavior. So here's a tool from that world that I'm going to give you today. It's called auditing backwards. So I want you to look at an unwanted result in your life. Trace it back to the action that caused it. Trace that action back to the feeling it drove, and trace the feeling back to the thought that triggered it in the first place. The result that you're getting didn't start with the action. It actually started with the thought that you let build a nest on your head. So once you can see a pattern, you can build new loops. You can deliberately practice intentional, positive, true thoughts. And those generate empowering feelings. And those feelings drive consistent new actions. And those actions become better default habits over time. So I want to walk you through a few questions you can use this week whenever you notice yourself stuck. Take a moment and reflect on something currently causing you stress or something you recently did. So first, I want you to identify the emotion or emotions you experienced. Name them specifically. And then ask what thoughts came before those feelings. Were there any unhelpful thoughts that you were engaging in? Is there another, more helpful way to think about the situation? Third, I want you to ask what you did or did not do in response to those thoughts and feelings. Were there any unhelpful or unproductive behaviors? Is there something better you could do instead the next time? This isn't about pretending it's all fine. I don't believe in that. It's not about faking positivity. It's about getting honest with yourself about the thoughts that you're letting live in your head unquestioned for far too long. So you get to choose how you feel, because not Not because feelings are simple or because you could just will yourself into happiness, but because your thoughts, the ones you allow to stay, are shaping everything else. And you get to decide which thoughts get to stay. So your tiny step today, the next time you notice a strong feeling, pause. Ask what thought came right before that. Write it down. Ask if it's true and noble and right and pure and lovely and admirable and praiseworthy. And if it's not, you get to choose a new one. It's that simple. So this is your reminder, my friend. You are an overcomer. You just have to dare to begin. So let's begin.